everybody. It's great to be out here at the Staples Center, Star Plaza. And let's start with Leo Santa Cruz. You know, ESPN called this fight and the scene after it happened reminiscent of Hagler-Hearns. And I was at Hagler-Hearns, and I was also at this fight. And it was a great scene. Are you expecting the same type of fight, Leo?
I think that he's going to be, you know, he's just come a lot smarter. He's going to come out and, you know, be smarter in the first fight. You know, in the first fight, he said that he wasn't thinking right, that, you know, maybe they weren't sending him for the right fight. And now with Robert Garcia, I know Robert Garcia is going to send them to do another smart fight, like a smart fight. So, but, you know, whatever he brings to the table, we're going to adjust. My dad's going to tell me how to fight him, and we're going to do everything we do to be always on top of that.
You won a majority decision, but I'm sure you've watched the fight on television and the replay probably several times. Can you understand how Abner might have thought that he won the fight having watched it again?
Oh, maybe because, you know, he was putting pressure the first, you know, rounds, and then he was putting the pressure, but I was boxing him. But, you know, it was a close fight, you know. Us as fighters, when we're up there, we're not really keeping count of what rounds are we just up there fighting, and at the end of the fight, we're going to think we both won. So, you know, but the judges, we leave that to the judges and to the fans, and we just, you know, I'm happy we gave the fans a great fight.
Do you have to change your approach at all for this fight?
There had to be little changes. You know, we had to change some things. We had to box, you know, start boxing probably since the first round, or, you know, maybe not. We're going to see, you know, my dad's going to tell me what to do. And once we're up there, since the first round rings, you know, we're going to know what we're going to have to do to win the fight.
Do you know any other way to fight than to just simply brawl like you do and throw so many punches? I mean, what I forget the number that was in this fight, over 2,000.
Yeah, no, I know how to box, you know, I know how to fight different styles.
You do?
Yeah, but, you know, I always try to brawl because, you know, that's what the fans love. They love a fighter that goes forward, throwing punches, brawling, because that's what entertains them. So I think that's why I have always keep doing that. But, you know, they said you have to be smart. You have to be smart, and now I'm probably going to start to be smart and just do the fight that makes me win.
How often have you thought about having this fight again, and why did it take so long to come together once again?
You know, I wanted it to be the rematch right away since the first fight. You know, like I said, I was willing to give, you know, Mares the rematch in the first fight, but I don't know, yes, it was maybe the team, they didn't come to an agreement, or the promoters, I don't know, it wasn't in my choice. I wanted the rematch, like I said, I was gonna give it to him, but it didn't happen, but thank God now it happened, and hopefully it's still as good as, you know, the first one.
Leo, how much have you changed, or has it altered you to have lost a fight after having had a perfect record and losing the fight to Carl Frampton?
You know, it was hard. You know, losing to Carl Frampton, it was hard. I was depressed. You know, I was, I don't know, just depressed. But then the fans were sending me messages that, you know, I was still their champion, that one loss don't mean nothing, that you just go back to training, come and get the rematch, and the rematch to beat him, and it's gonna be like if nothing happens, the last never came. But, you know, our pride is to retire, you know, to retire undefeated and everything. But at the end of the day, you know, you have to think about it, and one loss, like I said, it don't mean nothing. It's, you know, as long as you have the fans support, the love, they keep on right there supporting you, that's all that matters at the end of the day, the fans.
Is it hard to want to beat up a guy you like?
Yeah, it is. You know, it is hard. You know, if you're fighting a fighter that, you know, like, that you hate or stuff like that, it's easier, you know, because you're like, oh, I hate him, I want to go out there and beat him. But when you see a nice guy or a family guy, like, you know, like myself, you know, Amaris is a family guy. He has 2 daughters. He has his wife. You know, they always, you know, they're great persons, and you wish you didn't have to get in the ring with them, because, you know, you have to choose between you and him, and of course you're gonna choose yourself. So you have to. But this is a business. It's a business, and you have to do what you gotta do for your family. And once you get up there, you forget all those things.
All right, that's Leo Santa Cruz. Get your tickets, June 9th. Richard Schaefer, ring star. Tom Brown. Richard always puts on great fights, and the Battle of Los Angeles. And now we turn to you, Abner. Abner, since this loss was such a great fight, I'm sure you have wanted this, and this has been on the top of your list to check off. How frustrating has it been for you to have to wait so long to get this rematch?
First of all, it would have happened last year. You hear me? Yeah. It would have happened last year, but like Leo said, for certain reasons, it did not. It was out of my hands, his hands, and it did not happen. But, you know, it's here now. It's official. We're here facing each other, press conference. So, I mean, all I can say is that I'm eager to get in there and just, you know, get this win, redemption. Because ever since the first defeat, I got home, I watched the fight, and like Leo says, I mean, there's things I could have done too that would have made the fight easier for myself, which I didn't. And we just pleased the crowd, and that's what we did. And at the end of the day, you know what? Once I get in there, I know we all going in with the plan, but once you get hit and then once you hear the crowd, it goes out the window, and you just want a war. So I don't know. I could sit here and tell you guys I'm gonna box him, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But hey, I'm a warrior. I'm that type of fighter, and I'm just gonna go in there and get this win no matter what.
You've watched the fight, I'm sure, several times. Having watched it, do you feel as though the decision was correct?
You know what? I'm not even worried about that. I think, yeah, it was correct. It was a close fight, but I think he landed the more effective punches, you could say, the clearer punches. You know, that's it. I'm over that already. As long as I'm happy with my performance as far as pleasing the crowd, I'm good. That's a win for me. Check, move on, and now I got this rematch. So it's time to make some changes and adjustments and get the win.
How much have you changed your approach? You said you really can't change your style, but how much have you changed your approach now with Robert Garcia in your corner?
Again, I can sit here and tell you how much I've done it, but all I can say is go look at my last two performances. My last two fights with Robert Garcia, #1 against Jesus Cuellar, the knockout artist, knockout puncher from Argentina, who's fighting Gervonta Davis soon. People thought I was going to get knocked out. People thought I was washed out. And look what happened. I dropped him. I won an easy fight. And that lets you know what kind of corner, what type of team I had. And that's Robert Garcia, RGBA, and that lets you know what type of Abner is going to show come June 9th.
Do you see any vulnerability now in Leo, now that he has lost a fight and he has tasted the same thing that you had tasted in your fight against him?
I mean, no disrespect, I've always seen it. You know, even when he was undefeated. That's why I've always said I could beat him. I know I could beat him. It's just a matter of, you know, going in there and having the perfect game plan and the perfect fight. I know he feels like he could beat me, but, you know, this is the type of fight where we had a so close fight that we feel like there's no way I could lose, you know, so it makes it that exciting. He feels that, you know, he could box, he could do different things, but I'm more natural at that. So I think it's just gonna come out to just who's more patient and who really goes in there and does who does their homework and who really goes in there and really does it.
Leo, great Mexican fight. Can you say some words in Spanish and kind of surmise what has just been said with all these questions and answers into a confined period, if you could, in Spanish?
Sí, nomás, lo que estaba preguntando el señor es que qué tipo de pelea esperamos, las cosas que hemos cambiado de arriba del ring, y pues, o sea, como lo hemos dicho, nomás ser inteligentes allá arriba del ring, y nomás dar una gran pelea a todos los fans, a toda la gente que nos está mirando, porque ellos son los que pagan para mirar una gran pelea, y nosotros al final del día lo que queremos dar es una gran pelea para todos los fans, para que ellos se vean contentos y digan, no, esta fue una gran pelea, un gran espectáculo, y pues nada más que vamos a estar bien preparados para esa noche, vamos a traer lo mejor de nosotros y vamos a dar una gran pelea, nomás es lo que estamos hablando. Gracias.
Thank you, Leo. Abner, same for you, please.
Bueno, pues lo único que yo puedo decir a la gente es de que esperen una gran batalla de mi parte. Voy a entrenar al 100% para darles lo mejor de mí. Yo sé que Leo Santa Cruz es el tipo de persona, de atleta que se entrena a lo máximo, y es lo único que les puedo decir, que va a ser una gran batalla. Vamos a ganar, va a ganar el público, va a ganar la gente que va a venir a ver esta pelea, y lo único que le puedo decir es preguntar a Leo Santa Cruz. ¿Estás listo, Leo?
Estamos listos.
Listos para dar una gran pelea a ustedes. Es todo lo que vamos a hacer.
We thank you all for coming. We look forward to June 9th on Showtime. It's going to be a great fight. It's hot out here. We know it's hot. It's going to be hot when these two get in the ring, but Mr. Anschutz promises the air conditioning will be on. Thank you all.